Rightio. So we're just going to put our unit here and ask for a bit of help because we can't push in there by ourselves. These Javos will do fine though. Grandpas. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? You do not charge into braced Fortebraccios, boys and girls. Hey boys and girls, it's KnightStalker here. Welcome along today to Riverlands Castle Assault. Check it out. Today we're going to bring the, what are these guys called? Janissaries. Janissaries, we're going to put them in the top section here because it's a nice protected place for those sort of guys. We're going to bring the pikes for the cavalry. And we're going to bring berserkers just because I kind of like berserkers. I know they're not as good as they used to be, but I kind of find them a lot of fun. So here on the Frontier servers, we still don't have any gold units in play, not until the 17th of January when the Houndsmen release, the archers with the doggos, which is very exciting. The way that it works here on the Frontier server is that we only are allowed to take units up to the level of the current seasonal units being released. So initially with the Bagpipers we could only take blue units. When the Claymore was released, as in now, we can only take purple units, and the gold units will be available once the Houndsmen release. It's kind of a cool way of doing it. That doesn't apply to like ranked or open battle or anything like that. You can still take your full unit complements as well. The other thing is you don't get your full armor and things like that. All the attributes for your armor are currently turned off. So as a longsword, you're kind of a lot squishier than you would ordinarily be. I'm sure other classes suffer as well. You know, all those ranged units that don't get their penetration and damage bonuses and things like that will be suffering as well. But the concept is it tones down the game a bit and makes it more about tactics, and I really like that. Anyway, let's just start off. We'll put this here. Yeah, somewhere here. And the reason we're going to put this here is twofold. Number one, our team can use it. I'm just going to walk away and our team can use it if they like. But also it stops charges because it's a big chunk of steel. So when we put our gunners up behind that, anyone charging down there, some of the unit will hit the cannon instead of the unit. And well, let's face it, green artillery is not the best. What do we got here? Okay, so we've got no, see this here? This section here on the bridge. We've actually got no enemy ranged units. Sorry, no ranged heroes. So what that means is, apart from that cannon, I'll show you in a second, we can bring our guys up and not have to worry too much about muskets popping out and throwing bombs, and archers popping out and sniping off one or two gunners and popping back. So that's actually going to work out really, really well with us. You never put your units up on this bridge straight away because of this very reason. There's a cannon down the end there, and it can spam the bridge here. So, might be a little bit premature. I do like the bagpipers up here. I think that's a great idea. Shields are better. If you ever want to take a shield unit or a musket unit, this is the map to do that. Very good for the team. By the way, see this piece of artillery here? It cannot fire through those gaps. You can do it, I think, with culverins and cannons, but you've got a very, very limited arc of fire. Maybe just put them up here, eh? Just put them here. Because there are no ranged heroes, it's no big deal. NBD. And hopefully those cannons have got border shooting up here because we know that they're here. Oops, fat fingers. Now we wait. We can see that the battering ram, see how it's yellow on the mini-map? That means that it is currently engaged, i.e. it's up against the wall. Same with the siege towers. Yellow means that people can now run up them. White means that you can't use it yet. Ah, boo-hiss. Never mind. I'm now concerned that they're going to rush through to A, which is a very common tactic. That's 3 heroes that have come in. Better let our team know. I can't transition with this unit. I can bring my hero down there. Oh, that was a massive hit. Did you see all those numbers down there? I can't transition with this unit because it's very slow and takes a lot of time to set up. So at this point, I'm doing better where I am rather than the A point. But unfortunately, it looks like we might have to desperation dash. Our team are not protecting A at all. There's nothing I can do about it. See how effective this unit can be when there's no enemy ranged heroes? Look, we're doing up to 5,000 damage with these guys. Some of these criticals are brutal. At this point, because A is lost, we might as well retreat. There's not much we can stay here and defend. We're better off coming on down, because there'll still be a fight here. Even though the A point has fallen, it's very early, and most of our team is still transitioning. So we'll bring our guns up. So keep them spread out. Oh, look, cavalry unit. We'll just quickly stop that charge. I don't think it's going to save our guys, but we will get a whole bunch of shots into the cavalry first. Oh, it did save our guys. Look at that. Oh, short sword. Boy, lie down. Come here. So at this point, we can't retreat the unit through the melee, so it looks like we're fully committed. This short sword won't give up. But these guns do quite a bit of damage at this sort of range. Get him, boys! Get him! Get him! Get him! Spent too much attention looking at him. Not enough at the rest of the battle. So unfortunately our unit is going to fall. We got a few units. Oh. I left it too long to get out, and that's why I died. So the enemy have 6 units of Axe Raiders out. That's fun. They get a nerf in the next couple of days, so that'll be fun. By the time you watch this video, the Axe Raiders will certainly be nerfed. They've already had one little nerf. They're getting a second one. Basically, the Axe Raiders will now be fully susceptible to all CC, and I imagine that will include the pike stun from the brace. So that'll be fun, because it'll stop them phasing through units. And the other thing they're going to get is once they do get CC'd, they'll take extra damage, so that's pretty good. Why is that unit down there? That is suicide. That is a total waste of that unit. Anyway, we'll bring the boys up. It'd be nice to say bring the girls up now and then, but we only have one female unit. Come on, devs. Half of the planet is female. We can do with some. We can do better. Some more cool units, some Amazons or something. I'd be down with Amazons. This unit has gone too far forward. They should retreat now and use my pikes as cover to retreat. Thing is, we're trebable here, so as soon as those heroes reach the top of the stairs, we are a viable target for their trebuchets or their archers shooting over the walls. So we're going to have to move away from here, and I wouldn't be surprised if Trebs land where we're sighted. But we'll go in here, right behind these grandpas, and we will fully support. A unit of grandpas with a unit of 40s behind is a very, very hard target. Look at this. Imperial Pike Guard can't do it. Imperial Pike Guard who advance into shields can't break the shield line. So that's, if you didn't know that, you do know that now. Oh, look, cavalry. Let's just stun all the cavalry and then just absolutely murder them. There's that trebuchet I was talking about, a little bit later than I thought. There's a full unit of cav. Nice. I forgot what I was talking about. Can we kill him? He's already dead. Never mind. So these Fortebraccios, if you didn't know about pikes, pikes do full damage at the tip and do no damage at the user. I love this unit, so if you watch my videos regularly, you'll already know this. It's one of the, in my opinion, one of the strongest infantry units in the game. Certainly not the strongest, but one of. And they're going to get a buff too. These Fortebraccios will get a buff against cavalry in the update. The anticipated buff is that they will do 15% more damage to cavalry, and that can only be a good thing. So let's go. What do we got here? What do we got here? This is why you use your map. You see, I would never have seen that with my eyes. But how about we just slaughter this unit of... Are they Imperial Archers or are they Prefectures? I think they're Prefectures. Were Prefectures. And of course, Fortebraccios are super, super deadly to heroes. In open formation. You've got to move this unit in and out of the open formation. This block is fine unless a hero comes along. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Open formation. Oh! Short swords are the bane of Fortebraccio pikes. You have to pull back a bit because if these guys get into me, I can't wait till you guys get a nerf. So the reason I stopped running away and faced them then is because we didn't take the critical bonus damage for being shot in the back. So that was kind of just trying to take less damage. How about some cavalry? And again, we'll use our ult to stun the cavalry, and the Fortebraccio should clean them up pretty rapidly. Well, there are a lot of them in a couple of heroes, so that is quite problematic. We did get the unit, that's fine. If we trade, I'm not too worried. I'd like to get beyond trading. You kind of don't want to trade if you can avoid it, and there are some units that anti-trade better than others. Fortebraccios are one of them. You can potentially kill whole units without you losing any models, right? And those are the sort of units that I like more than others. Excuse me one moment while I just beat these Axe Raiders into submission. You're all getting a nerf and I hate you. Gosh darn it. Can you believe these guys? This is ridiculous. They're going to lose their tankiness. Big time. They lose their tankiness in the update. So they can still phase unless they get CC'd. But hey, Fortebraccio Pikes with a brace doctrine? Oh, hey, Watchmen. Watchmen with a brace stun doctrine. That's all I'm saying, man. 30 points to beat Axe Raiders. Well, not beat them, but stop them phasing through you. Let's hope it works like that. We'll actually see how it goes when the update comes. The Longsword itself is getting a buff as well, if you didn't know. We're getting extra healing. Yeah. As if we needed more healing, right? The other thing is we'll be getting a massive damage reduction for 3 seconds. 15% in fact, when we cast the healing spell every 20 seconds. I say healing spell, right? The Longsword, the Longsword is the only spellcaster in the game. Fun. Right, we're going to come down this way. See this? Let's see how we go. So the plan here is to go down and we're going to flank the enemy. We'll see how that gets on. Ooh, delicious units. Delicious tasty. Have we got any ranged units? That would be fun. No, but we will get stuck in here. Oh, I missed him. What? Come back here, you. Yeah, get him. Get him. Get the poleaxe. Yeah. Woohoo. Go, Berserker boys. That's the way. That's the way, Berserker boys. I didn't get to trigger my tool. Okay, so welcome back, boys and girls. Welcome along back today to Riverlands Castle Assault. I don't usually swear in my videos, but servers, bro. It happens on Frontier 2, man. Alright, so the enemy have got an advantage that they got here first after the crash. Check it out. More Axe Raiders. Anyway, I've got Berserkers and we have plebs to take the hits. They did kill a couple. We'll send them back now. So if you're going to use Berserkers, here's the thing. That 2 ability might not seem... Hey, got him! Ah, get him, boys! That number 2 ability for the Berserkers might not seem particularly wonderful. But here's the thing. It is. Why is it particularly wonderful? What it does is it boosts their damage drain effect to re-heal themselves. So you've got to be using that 2 ability regularly. Not every time on cooldown necessarily, because it can nerf some of the damage output you're doing. But you've got to use that 2 ability with the Berserkers if you want them to stay alive. You cannot just rely on the rage, because you've got to take damage to build the rage. The other thing is, of course, if you take damage on your hero, it will build the rage of Berserkers. So if you're a particularly tanky hero, like a short sword, a long sword, a maul, a glaive, a poleaxe, anything with heavy armor, you can go and take damage yourself by fighting, and that will build the rage on the Berserkers, which is kind of crazy. So where do we go from here? We set up the flank. The enemy team is mostly back in. There's only 3 of their guys missing. But at this point, 3 of their guys missing almost certainly condemns them to death. So thank you, cross-server matchmaking. Sir Jew, he knows what's up. Alright, well, we might as well bring the boys. There's a lot of heroes here. More X-Raiders, I think. Yes, it is X-Raiders. We'll just slaughter them. The Azaps will deal with them quite nicely, actually. Yeah. We're going to full Berserky mode. Not doing a lot of damage, actually. Quite surprising. I suppose some of them probably didn't make it. What have we got going on? We've got a minute and a half, man. Nobody is flanking us. But yeah, bad luck to the enemy team. Unfortunately, fighting 3 players down now is just not the bee's knees. Actually, I think it's only 2 players down. I think the defenders get 1 less player than the attacker on this map. Anyway, we've got murder to commit. And don't forget, boys and girls, the first step to any murder is to have fun and relax and be yourself. It's the first step to any real murder. So here we go. Berserkers are quite good in this situation, in these like broken down mixed melee combats. To see how they heal the Berserkers once they start triggering that 2 ability a bit more, kind of self-heal a bit better. See how they're lasting a lot longer than the previous one where I kind of omitted that from the cycle. At this point they're even quite savaging those Palace Guard and Brace, which is quite shocking actually, to be perfectly honest. Just lucky I had the Berserkers at this stage of the game, I guess. It is what it is. Look at this poor poleaxe. Oh, he tried. He did his best, you know. He did better than I thought he would. Well done, poleaxe. Goodbye, Shortsword. You're dead. This Maul is crazy getting off his horse. Why would he get off his horse? Goodbye, Mr. Maul. 2, 1, 0. G. Despite the crash in the middle, we did a 3 for 164. Well, 48 of them were peasants, I guess, but that doesn't count. But we did kill 30 cavalry, 28 X-Raiders. And don't forget, when you're watching this video, they will have been nerfed, but the X-Raiders are actually still very deadly at this point. 1 for 85 on the Berserkers, 500 units scored. Fortebraccios, 125, 256, 121, 189 from the Janissaries. So that is a fantastic game. A very good game. And look, our team did very well. Actually, our top sort of 5 players did very, very well. Anyway, boys and girls, I hope you learned something new, or you just enjoyed the battle. Thanks so much for coming to my disconnected channel.